What's up, guys? All right. I'm starting to think this video isn't meant to be because I've tried recording it like 5 times. I was out of space on my phone and then all this other weird stuff. Anyway, we're going to try it again. So, I wanted to make a video about why someone might need to stay on Suboxone. We'll say indefinitely, okay? And because there's a lot of negativity about this concept, and I get a lot of comments from people who like to say, no one should stay on Suboxone for longer than, then they insert their preferred amount of time, okay? But when you treat patients, you find out that everybody is different, and people have different reasons, different backgrounds, and different issues that need to be addressed. And the number one thing I like to remind people is that Suboxone is not recovery, okay? It helps you recover, all right? So keep that in mind, because your timeline might be different based on your own psychological needs, not just your physical needs, okay? But let's talk about some reasons people stay on Suboxone, all right? One is complacency, and this is the reason you probably, you need to get out of this zone quick, okay? If you're just complacent. What happens is people get cleaned up, they get on meds, and they just they're not really thinking about anything else, they're just kind of living their life. And, there's nothing wrong with that, but I think you do need to be working through the process of having some goals in mind and kind of what you want to be. I'm not saying they need to automatically start tapering. No, I don't believe in forced tapers or a mandated time structure. I just think that's silly, okay? Anyway, all right. So the next reason is comfort. And comfort, to me, it's different than complacency. It's like they thought it through, right? But they're really comfortable because they maybe you've got your job's going well, your relationship with your husband and your wife's going well, and these things were not before, right? Like maybe it's the first time you've actually started having money in the bank again, and so you're comfortable. You don't want to risk messing that up. All right, so that's understandable. And the next reason might be you're just afraid of relapse. You remember where you were, right? You have a strong sense of self-awareness, and you don't want to go back to chasing pills, chasing a fix, going through the sickness and then getting back on pills. You're done with that life, right? And so how much better you feel now on medication, and you're not hurting, you're not in withdrawal, you're not craving, that's a pretty strong reason to stay on medication. In fact, that's why a lot of doctors keep people on medications. And I know a lot of times y'all think that doctors are they only just want to write this script for the money, etc. I mean, you can make more money as a surgeon or whatever, but anyway, I'm not getting off on that tangent. But my point is, some doctors actually do mean well, and maybe they don't want you to taper because they're nervous you'll relapse. I'm not saying there aren't bad doctors out there. Yes, there are. Okay, but I'm saying most of the addiction doctors I know are pretty doggone solid. Okay, so anyway, just something to ponder over. That risk of relapse is real, and we don't want to just overlook that fact. That being said, you can have a healthy fear of relapse, right? And still taper off Suboxone, all right? So it doesn't necessarily mean it has to keep you on medication, all right? All right, so the next reason some people stay on Suboxone is for chronic pain issues. Maybe that's the reason you got on pills in the first place, because you had back surgery, or you had a bad car wreck, or you got bad arthritis, whatever it is. And that's how you got hooked on pain pills, right? So you still have the pain issues, and maybe the Suboxone actually helps with the pain. And it helps with the pain without you having to escalate your dose over time, without you, misusing your prescription, and without you stealing money, etc. So that's a reason some people stay on medication, and that's an okay reason, right? Another reason is maybe it's not necessarily pain, like a chronic pain, daily pain, but maybe you've got something scheduled. So like you're having surgery, or like you're going to have a series of surgeries or something. I'm just using that as an example. Something that is coming up in your future. And so there's no reason for you to taper right now because you're going to need your medicine, right? Another reason might be cancer. And this kind of goes along with the chronic pain issue, but if you've been diagnosed with a type of cancer, and here's where I feel like people's ethics and their mind just gets a little screwy here, because there's this, it's almost like if somebody has cancer, it's like, give them whatever they want, right? But not everybody dies from cancer. And even if the cancer is going to kill you, most folks want to live, they want to live as pain-free as possible, but they also want to have good relationships. So, buprenorphine might be a very good treatment option for the pain issues, or just to keep people off pills. You know what I mean? If the person has a history of strong opiate addiction, they may not want to go back to pain pills, even if they have something like cancer, even if they're dying. What they might want to do is just have those last few months really quality time with their family as much as possible, and yes, to suffer as little as possible. And so I'm just saying these are some possibilities that a lot of folks don't understand, that we have to, shuffle those things, right? My patient who had 50 years of pain pill use, right? Now she's on Suboxone. Her family says it's the best she's done since they remember. Is she going to taper off? I mean, she's still got pain issues. She's probably not going to taper. She tells me she doesn't want to taper, that's for sure. She's building back those relationships again with her kids. It's just been kind of rocky for years. So there's more to the treatment of addiction than just managing withdrawal and putting people on meds and taking them off meds. There's more to it than that. Guys, make sure you've got a counselor. Make sure you're working on the psychological issues, okay? Even if you think it's not that big of a deal, maybe you need to talk to a professional and just kind of see. Feed the waters. But look, if you had some serious psychological trauma, childhood trauma, maybe post-traumatic stress, get those things worked out, right? Because you're on medication now, and you're not going to drugs anymore to escape, right? You're going to be fighting those demons head on. So get the help you need, okay? All right, guys, I hope this was helpful. If you have any questions, comments, let me know.